Hindu.
Now, with the proliferation of Wi-Fi networks here in Chennai, the threat of exploiting these networks has also increased. An investigation by NDTV Hindu has found that more than 70% of Wi-Fi networks in Chennai are open networks and are vulnerable to hacking. In fact, a group of ethical hackers accompanied NDTV Hindu to demonstrate how easy it was to hack into systems across the city, including various important locations across the country as well. All that is needed to hack into these systems is a GPS device, an antenna, and a laptop. Right, and we're now joined in our studios by Vinod and Deva, both are information security consultants. Good evening, guys. Welcome to our studios. In today's day and age, everyone wants to have the luxury of a Wi-Fi network. Most people have, but just from what we saw over there, it's extremely dangerous, isn't it?
Right. We actually perform a task called the war driving, wherein we actually, war driving is a term that is often used to generally, go search for wireless access points. Basically an attacker does this in his perspective in a malicious intent, meaning he searches for an open wireless access point, right? So there are outcomes, a lot of outcomes that he intends to do with that. For example, one, he tries to, say for example, he's in a malicious intent, he tries to send in malicious email or a terror email. He tries to do a free internet charge browsing, or also at times he uses a credit card, a fake credit card via his access point, which he has hacked, right? So there are a variety of other attack vectors also pertaining to a wireless-based attack vector.
But these are all you're talking about are petty crimes. But perhaps something more dangerous could be in store. Recently, there are reports coming out of the U.S., Chicago to be very precise, about William Headley and his link to the Ahmedabad blasts. And now, apparently, William Headley's Wi-Fi system were used by the terrorists to exchange information. Now, could you throw us a little more light into how easily accessible are these Wi-Fi points in Chennai?
These Wi-Fi points are accessible by anyone who knows about computing, and open source softwares are available in internet, and anyone can use that softwares. And across Chennai, out of 100%, 70% of the networks are open, and which is easily accessible, and 15% of the network are partially secure, and more than 25% of the network are secure right now.
So which means 70% means it's a huge number. Now, how many hotspots roughly do you think are there in Chennai from where perhaps anyone can access?
Yeah, before we came into the studios,
That's right.
we just noticed that we came a drive of almost 6 miles, and we found a whooping 900 access point with the 6 miles.
900 actually?
Yeah. And we hardly used a 3 dBA antenna, which an attacker would probably use a 16 dBA antenna. Probably in a 16 dBA antenna, you would roughly get a radius of around 7 kilometers a radius. You just sit in your place and you have all the internet access at your place.
Within a radius of 7
Right.
kilometers. Okay.
All right, can you tell us a little bit more about where you guys actually come in as ethical hackers?
Yeah. So basically what ethical hacking means. Hacking itself is a term that is saw in a negative perspective.
Yeah.
But an ethical hacker is someone who uses the hacking skills and tools acquired by an hacker and uses for a good cause. Right? So basically speaking, companies, big corporates hire those kind of people to do projects like vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, wherein they try to penetrate into the networks and they say how insecure they are, and they give them steps and measures as to how they can fix them all.
All right. But also looking at the whole system over here, 70% of the lines not being, being open and easily hackable, I would say. What is this project of yours? How are you helping the cybersecurity cell in actually, getting these things much more secure?
Yeah, I just want to put another term here. It's called war chalking. War chalking is an art in which the war driving is mapped with the marking in a place. Say, for example, we actually did the war driving, spotting those wireless accessible points over the Google map. Right? So we can actually visualize where exactly those access points are. So from the time we started the car till the time we came to the studios, for almost 8 miles, we came around 900 access points, and all those, at a stretch on the OMR road, you can see at once, you can see what are the open ones, what are the insecure, it shows at once. So just in case this kind of information, very delicate information, is shared with national or international, it becomes a really very big offense, right?
Very dangerous as well.
Yeah, it's very
absolutely.
dangerous. So there are three things that I would insist on saying. One is, you have to be inquisitive. You have to know what and how it works. Second thing is, again, you have to be inquisitive. Third is also the same.
All
You
right.
have to be inquisitive.
So that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
You have to be inquisitive.
Also, another interesting thing is, Rishi, with so many advancements in technology today, but we don't realize that, I mean, this can benefit both sides. I mean, you guys or the hackers themselves. With so many softwares, you spoke about Google Earth and Google Maps and so on and so forth. But it helps them as well. So these technologies, they have advantages as well as several disadvantages.
Right. There are certain level of risk we have to live with. For example, we tend to move on for a luxury-based life. For instance, a wired medium is always secure because you can physically, mold it with a tunnel or kind of. But a wireless isn't so. Say, for example, in between you and me itself, there are wireless signals, and probably you do not know it is your data also, right?
All right. So that means it actually leaves us open for any kind of misuse as well.
Precisely.
All right, it's scary, but then are we seeing any kind of light at the end of the tunnel? Is there anything being done to kind of make these lines more secure?
This information security arena, each day, it progresses, right? So the maturity model of the encryption and decryption algorithms also coming by it. Windows earlier and Windows now, it is all getting secured, right? So each day things are becoming better. So there are encryption algorithms starting from web, which was easily crackable. Now they are moving on with WPA, WPA2, WPA-TSK. There are a variety of new protocols,
More secure,
which are
more secure
it
protocols.
makes the attacker hard to crack in, which means that he can do that, but it takes time.
All right.
Listening to all this, Rishi, I want to go back to my dial-up connection.
Okay,
Actually.
I can well, dial-up collection, but then at least the lined one is a much more this thing, the broadband.
And again, dial-up also has its own
I know.
flaws. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much for coming over to our studios and helping us understand
Nice
this
meeting
whole
you.
issue. Very complicated, very technical, yet alarming, I must say. Thank you very much,
Thank
Vinod
you so
and
much.
Deva,
Thank
for
you.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Well, time for us to slip into another short break. We'll be back with more news and updates on the other side.
Stay with us.